Hey folks, so today I'm going to talk about the power of saying no. Not really the power or the psychology or the meaning behind saying no, why you should say no, and why we as human beings should understand a person's no. Like they don't want to take part in it or they don't want a part of it, they don't want to be in the stuff. So as I grew up, I was structured, not structured. Well, I believed I was a good kid. I was a good person, so trying to please everyone was kind of my duty, and I thought that it was what humans do. You know, say yeses to please people. Saying no would make me a bad guy. We all have been there. I can tell that few of us are still facing that. Well, you do need to get out of it. It's not an easy way to get out of, but you do need to get out of eventually. And in my way of life, I understood that saying no in certain scenarios would grant you the respect that you would not get by saying yes. To give you a scenario that I will not take any names, but few of my friends they kind of drink, and I'm pretty sober, so we all have they not weed, like they have parties here and there. I would not say that those are very legal parties. No, they just have fun and they drink sometimes. That's all. So I don't drink. I'm sober. So in one situation, one of my very close friends, not the one that I talk about. I always talk about my brother. No, not him. This is about another group. So those are my childhood friends. So I was sitting with them. I was taking part in their party. I did not drink. So one of them offered me a drink. Like he said in a way like a toast. Like here's a toast to my very old friend that he never drank any alcohol, and today he'll drink for me. I was like, whoa, whoa, buddy, hold on, hold on. Most of them are drunk. They are out of their minds, and I'm like, okay, okay, this is way too much. Stop it. I'm like, nah, like no, like they were all forcing me like, dude, come on, one sip. You know how the friends are like one sip won't do any harm and stuff like that. But I was very reluctant over it. Like I was very like, no, no means no. I rejected it, hard rejected it. uh, it did not offend them. I would not say they were drunk pretty much, so they don't remember it, but I do. But yes, I said no, and pretty much it got me a little bit of respect among the group that shit, he doesn't drink at all. Like we should really not offer him drinks anymore. Like not in a bad way, like in a respectful manner. Like they respected my choice. They respected my decision, like of saying no. And that granted me more respect. And a part of me also I don't also smoke, so I'm pretty completely sober. So in a workplace, my boss offered me that, go grab me some cigarettes from downstairs. Like I it was my career as a internee. So I was doing internship in their office. So when I was an intern and I said no to the boss that I'm sorry, I'll do all of the stuffs. I can make you coffee and stuff, but I will not grab cigarettes for you. And the whole room was pretty much shocked about it. That shit, an intern like saying no to the boss in the first few days, like crazy shit. They're like, yeah, like when I talked to my colleagues later on, like they said that they really respected that, and they really respect me for that, for saying no to that. And yes, there are certain scenarios where I do say no, and it does grant you some respect. And it's not about respect; it's about your self awareness, your self gratitude, your self love, like your self confidence. I would say. I don't know if there's a word called self confidence, but it gives you confidence in yourself that no, you can say no, and you have the power to say no. And yes, certainly we all should say no to, in case of relatives or parents. Saying no does grant you some form of respect. And yes, if you talk about physical abuse, saying no in those scenarios are pretty tough. I can what it's tough. It's tough to say no, no's in those scenarios. But I'll not say that you should say no. You should be a man. You should be a strong girl, and you should say no. Like grab your guts and say, it's, it's BS. It doesn't work like that. Whenever you're in situations of physical assault or physical abuse or bad touch, you kind of really freeze. You freeze there actually. You freeze. So, but yes, I pray that you have the courage to say no in those scenarios also, because eventually not saying no at first leads to more situations that you have to face. All right. Here's what you should not abuse your nose. Well, abusing any power is bad, whether it's political or mental or any kind of power. Abusing your power that you have upon yourself is bad, and that does come with consequences. You reap what you sow, as the Bible says. You reap what you sow. But abusing it pretty much gets you in a bad spot. Your respect that you earned is kind of like the negative. It gets minus. I don't know if I'm making sense, but in a sense that I can give a few examples from my life. That, let's say I have cash in my online banking app, and one of my friend needs 500 really urgent. All right, I have 1K in my bank, but I kind of refused. Like, no, I don't really have that. I don't really have that money. But in reality, you have that money. In here, you did not lose respect, but you could have earned more respect by lending him that 500. And if he or she is a really good friend, then sure, why not help a guy out, help a person out, help a soul out. Sure, like help in a sense that you will not get anything in return. By that, you're you're following the Lord's path, plus you're staying mentally happy. Like if you give someone something and you expect something else in return, you're kind of expecting that result. So your expectation leads to more doubts about that friend, confusions, overthinking, and that leads to a bad step of friendship. So give in a sense that you don't want anything in return. So yes. And what, maybe some of your friend needs help and you said no regardless of the power you had of saying yes. But I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's been a while that I've making videos. There was a gap. I was facing a few of my mental. I'll not giving excuses. Well, I didn't want to make videos. That's all. That's straight up it. So that's a straight up answer without any excuses. But here I am back on track, trying to get back on track. Maybe this video is not perfect, but I hope you get the message of it. And I pray for your strength. God bless you. And yeah, this is it for today. Take care and peace. Bye.